Hello, my name is Anthony Sheldon, and today on March 9th, 2014, I will be interviewing Richard Penule Sr., who is the owner and president of Mortgage and Credit Solutions, LLC, which is an internet website sales and marketing company. He is located in Phoenix, Arizona, but his company also has a second location in Fort Collins, Colorado. He currently employs his two family members, Richard Penule Jr., who is his son that also acts as the director of operations, and his daughter, Tabitha Penule, who is the admin assistant. Stop.
I've been in the corporate world for about 28 years. I had about 13 years in telecom, and I got involved in the internet technology into the sales and marketing industry. Lo and behold, I became a very good sales rep, moving from one level to the next. And from there, I just jumped into getting into more of the development and research and being able to own my own business and create my own platform to offer services that are better for the consumers.
Okay, so can you explain exactly what your company is?
We're an internet website, entrepreneur, sales and marketing company.
Were you previously employed by anybody before you started your company?
Yes, I was employed by another internet sales and marketing company.
Okay. What made you decide to start your own company?
Providing a better service for the customer.
Okay, and so you thought you could do it better than the other company, so you wanted to open your own business?
Yeah, that was the main driving factor. The other is making more money.
Money. Okay. So, when did you decide to officially open your own business?
Back in 2005.
2000. When you decided to make the jump from working with other people to owning your own company, what did you have resources and capital-wise to open your own business?
Well, the particular business that we had funds from different investors and from lenders.
Okay. So, when you say we, you have a partner?
Well, I had a partner, yes.
Okay. To open your company, did you have to go through any barriers to entry? Did you have to get any licensing or permits?
We had to get licensed in the state in which we were located in business, which would be the state of Arizona and the state of Colorado.
Okay.
Being that we were a telemarketing company, we needed to be licensed and bonded because we were part of the FTC, FCC guidelines in the state and federal regulations. So we had to get licensed in different states based off of doing business as a mortgage and credit sales and marketing company.
Okay. Now, since you specifically are a marketing company, you probably are pretty good at this, but how did you promote your business and get word out about your business initially?
Initially, we had a call center with appointment setters who would call throughout the country and set appointments for our sales closers to speak about our program more in depth. We also did internet advertising and marketing. We did direct mail marketing and advertising as well. And our clients, our customers whom we signed up in business helped market the business as well.
Okay. Now, when you started your business, did you have any short-term goals in place?
We had short-term goals and we had mid-term goals and we had long-term goals with the business based off of
Now, You said that you set up a call center and you had two locations. Outside of your family and your partner, how many employees did you have? Do
Roughly
you have?
between 35 and 50 employees at any given time.
Okay, and they're spread out between the two locations. As the business owner and president, how did you find a balance between employees and um, how did you manage your company?
How did I manage the company or manage my time within the company and my personal life?
We'll stick with the company itself.
Okay. Um, Delegation to different employees that were in more uh, priority positions. They would be heavily leaned on. Myself and gotta love technology, computers and cell phones and things like that.
Like, phases that your company went through? Like, how did you um, start up and did you have any setbacks or anything like that?
Okay. No. Well, when we decided to go into business, the first thing we have to do is get all the paperwork and the legalities in order with the state and the federal regulations and licensing and bonding and insured and all of that necessary thing. But there's always little hiccups now and then when you're trying to deal with administration, but we get through those. Then we have also the facilities and trying to find the proper location to be able to run the call center where it's going to get enough traffic from employees that we needed throughout the area to be able to work the business. So those were some little roadways we had to overcome.
I got you. So, at any time, did you ponder making changes to your business?
Changes is inevitable. Unfortunately, you change with the times, the economy, based off of what's trending. So we tended to do that often.
Okay, can you explain some of the changes that you actually went through? Like, give me an example.
Give you an example of adding in an additional savings program for our clients who could make money working their business, but could also save money with their groceries, their gas, their everyday living expenses, their cell phone bills, different savings discounts that our program would incorporate into the business. So it was challenging at different times when we would bring additional services in for the clients.
Okay. Okay, so let's jump today. Now, can you explain what your typical tasks were for the company per day or per week? What do you do every day?
Well, typical days were checking bank accounts, checking into the emails, the previous day spreadsheets in regards to customer service, sales, marketing, fulfillment, running in a meeting generally every Monday and Wednesday, different departments in regards to the updates, the additional goals that are not reached at this point. Going through reports, working with the bookkeepers, working with the mortgage brokers in regards to the status of loans and, dealing with everyday fires as any entrepreneur would.
Okay.
And that's typical day to day, week to week, month to month.
Okay. So, what's a typical, like, how many hours per week did you normally put into the business?
Anywhere between probably 50 to 60.
Sheesh. Um,
Yeah, the thing about being an entrepreneur is you wake up, you're in business, you go to bed, you're in business, and everybody calls you unless you have the proper personnel in place. So.
Now, once you started your business and it became successful and self-sufficient to a point, um, did you ever lose interest in your business or become dissatisfied with it?
No,
You always enjoyed it,
absolutely.
even with those 60 hours a week.
It was a money-making machine.
Now, with the business, I'm sure you encountered some stress at times, but generally, would you say it's a stressful thing being the owner of a fairly large entrepreneurship adventure?
Unfortunately, stress was daily. You'd have to deal with it wasn't so much the business as it was the employees. In dealing with employees being at work every day, being at work on time, leaving their personal problems at the door, being able to be on task, finish the job at hand. Those were very frustrating and stressful days, and they continue to be.
Now, did you ever find it hard to make some of the tough decisions to, like what you were talking about, employees bringing their problems to work? Did you ever have to make tough decisions to let people go for the better of the company?
Unfortunately, at the best interest of the future of the company, yes.
Now, the purpose of this interview is I'm interested in opening a business, per se. Are there any suggestions for that you would give me if I wanted to open up a business like yours?
Well, the first thing that you want to do, and you decide that you want to go into business, number one, you have to find an industry that is valuable to the consumers. Not an industry that is something that you like. First, as a priority, it's more what is valuable to the consumer. Once you find an industry that is valuable to the consumer, then you have to determine if it's going to be a longevity industry, whether it's going to be around. Those are some key priorities that you need to do. The second thing that you need to do is you need to create a business plan, a direction, a vision, a mission in where you're wanting to go with the business, what you're trying to accomplish, whether it be for yourselves, your employee base, your shareholders, your client, your customer base, and love and enjoy what you do. And for the last and the most important advice is always take time for yourself. No matter how much work you do, how much money you make, you have to balance your time so that you can stay focused on task and enjoy what you're doing.
Now, so you've been in business for 9 years now. If you had the chance to do it all over, so now that I've asked you some questions, do you think there's anything I left out that my listeners would enjoy hearing about your company?
How did the customers benefit utilizing our business program? That would be a good question to ask. The consumers are the ones that help us in business make money. So we need to be able to explain and be able to let others understand fairly easy how the consumers can benefit from our services or our products. That would be a good questions to ask, to ensure that as a business entrepreneur like yourself wanting to do, you have to, again, I stress that in my marketing and my sales, when I have those hats on to my clients all the time, is you've got to find something valuable. And if the customer likes it and they understand it, there's a very powerful statement. With education comes knowledge. With that knowledge, you have power. And once you have the power, you have the opportunity to change your life and those around you. So whether it be in business or personal.
I want to thank you for doing this. I know your time's valuable and you didn't have to do this.
No, no problem. I appreciate helping.